Begin lying on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor, your arms resting a comfortable distance from your body. Take a moment to find your center, to slow, steady breath, and set your intention for your practice, even the short ones. What brings you to practice today? Begin with a gentle pelvic tilt. Inhale, your low back can move away from the floor as your tailbone moves towards it. And on your exhale, gently rocking back on your hips, tucking your tailbone between your thighs. Moving with your breath. Inhale, the back arches. Exhale, the hips tip back. Keep your legs engaged by pressing through your feet. Gently pressing so that your legs are engaged, but your hips do not elevate. Slow, steady breath. Really opening up that low back area and where your spine meets the top of your hips. And one more inhale, and then gently come back to center. And even though it's little movements, give yourself a moment to rest in between. And now we'll shift the hips from side to side, simply by moving the knees side to side. So on your exhale, let your knees fall out to the left, just as far as comfortable for you. On your inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, knees fall to the right. And it's up to you. You can make this movement as small or as large as is comfortable. Working where your body is today. It might be moving the knees just a few inches, and that might be taking them all the way down to the surface. The focus here is also to move with your breath, keeping the movement controlled as well as the breath controlled. And as you're comfortable, you can also move your head from side to side to get a little bit of motion into your neck. Bringing just a little bit more mobility with each little exercise. When you've finished your last cycle, come back up to center. And go ahead and let your knees fall in towards each other to rest. Taking just a few minutes for the back to adjust. Now, one foot at a time, lift your foot and grab your knee with your hand. On your inhale, you're going to let your thighs move away from you as the belly fills, straightening the arms. And on your exhale, bringing the knees back in towards your stomach as if to squeeze the air out of your abdomen. Moving gently with your breath. Inhale, the thighs float away. Exhale, the thighs come in towards the body. Relax your face. Release any tension in your neck and your jaw. Really paying attention that the breath initiates the movement, not the thighs moving before the breath. On your next inhale, gently release your feet back to the floor. A little wider than hips distance apart, perhaps. And gently let your knees fall in towards each other. Give yourself a moment to find your neutral position for your hips and your low back, so that they neither feel compressed nor flat. Natural curves brings you to a neutral position. And when you're comfortable and ready, go ahead and let your knees fall in towards each other. This is called Constructive Rest Pose, and it's a variation of Shavasana, which is traditionally done lying flat on your back. Constructive Rest Pose, however, allows for your spine and your hips to be in a neutral position, which allows for the body to relax into this position. So we are going to be here for about 5 minutes. I understand the need to move, but do yourself a favor and try to move as little as possible. Feeling the muscles close to your spine releasing. Soft face. Relax your chest. And let your thigh bones settle back into the hip sockets. And just breathing with a natural breath. It doesn't have to be deep. You don't have to have it so controlled. Simply letting your breath flow. And bring yourself back to your intention. And envision what that intention looks like through the rest of your day. Sometimes as the body relaxes and releases, you may need to readjust. But do so mindfully, and then bring yourself back into stillness. Just as it's important to practice movement, it's also important to practice stillness. And in that practicing stillness, we teach the body to rest when it's at rest. Checking in with your body. What are some of the things that you notice? Areas of relief, as well as areas of tension. Is your mind racing, or does it also begin to relax? Go ahead and wiggle your fingers, rubbing your thumb across your fingertips, turning your head as comfortable for you, wiggling your feet, moving your ankles, eventually bringing the hips back to just a little bit of a side by side. And when you're ready, roll to one side, whichever side is more comfortable for you, and allow yourself to find that comfort. You can lie here as long as you like, giving your back a moment to stabilize. And whenever you're ready, carry on.